800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour, Joe and Jason. I was just talking about one of our new sponsors, MyPillow. Really excited to have them on. My wife was thrilled because she loves their products, and she actually just ordered a bunch more. Make sure you put KHNC in the promo code box. That's KHNC at mypillow.com, and they're running all kinds. They got BOGO stuff, 40% off, 60% off, some 70% off. Check it out. KHNC in the promo code box. But Jason, this is how ridiculous it is. So Janet Yellen is talking the other day. And I don't know what planet this woman is on. I told you, I've been warning about Janet Yellen when she was made vice chair for Ben Bernanke. And I told everybody then, this is before the financial crisis. This is the most dangerous woman in America, maybe the world. She is a extreme liberal. Extreme liberal. And, of course, then you got Lael Brainerd, which is now the president's economic advisor, another extreme liberal. And then they got Austin Goolsbee, who's now the Chicago head of the Fed, extreme liberal. And Janet Yellen the other day, here's what she said. I have not really seen any evidence at this stage suggesting a contraction in credit. Although it's a possibility, what are you talking about? You just had a huge bank run because of what? Credit. We had the M2 money supply contract for the first time in decades. And you're sitting there going, oh, I haven't seen any signs. I mean, I guess it's possible, but Jason, I haven't seen it. I mean, I'm not anticipating any slowdown.
I agree with that. I just, I don't, you make a great case for the types of people that are making the financial decisions for this country. You know, really it's the financial decisions of the whole world, because these central banks all across the world in these different countries, they all work together. I don't, you know, it's another discussion, but yeah, you can't have people that are extreme liberals, and I'm not really one that likes or dislikes liberals or conservatives or any of that. I think deep down everybody's a lot more similar than they want to admit to, but you can't have essentially socialists, control monsters, telling the country, hey, this is what we're going to do with your money. This is how we're going to do it with your money. And we know better. You don't. Sit down and shut up. That's what we've had. I mean, the bailouts in 2008 should never have happened. Should never have happened.
Orchestrated with the help of Janet Yellen. Look at it. They've changed the rules over and over and over and over again. Listen to even Warren Buffett. And listen, I don't have a problem with Warren Buffett. You know, he's the greatest investor ever. I mean, was he? I mean, he took other people's money and bought really good companies. I guess in that regard, he was great by, hey, I don't buy crappy companies, right? I don't buy speculative. I buy actual real companies. And you know, famously, hey, if I don't understand it, I don't buy it. Right? That's why he never bought all that securitized debt and all this synthetic derivatives. So in that regard, sure. But if you heard him today, it was so disappointing. Hey, don't worry. Yeah, the bank problems aren't over. There's going to be more problems. But don't worry. The government will back it all if they have to. Really? That's your answer? Oh, well, the government will just bail out the bad behavior. Do they got where's the $18 trillion going to come from to bail them all out, right? I mean, it's improbable. It's idiotic. Janet Yellen. By the way, there's a World Bank meeting going on right now, in case you want to know. But don't worry. They're not planning anything. They're just having a conversation, having some tea and maybe some crumpets and talking about, I don't know, the new world order with the digital currency. But don't worry, because here's what else she had to say. I believe. See, and she probably gets away with it with that word, believe. I believe our banking system remains strong and resilient. It has solid capital and liquidity. Really? You couldn't even survive a bank with $100 billion of assets having a bank run. But again, she used the word believe, right? Well, I just believe it. Even though the data says it's not true, even though the Fed's balance sheet had to grow by $400 billion while they were allegedly quantitative tightening, she believes that it remains resilient, Jason. So don't worry, right? Because we've got plenty of capital and liquidity. Yeah, you got plenty of that right until you don't, right, Jason?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Warren Buffett is he's not a catastrophist. He just thinks he's a businessman, and he believes that every downturn is an opportunity and every upturn is an opportunity, and he thinks that really bad things aren't going to happen. He's got his head in the sand when it comes to really bad things happening. But I wish somebody would ask him his opinion on 9/11, right? I bet he doesn't talk about stuff like that, right? He doesn't want to cover what really happens during COVID, right? He doesn't think that these bad things will happen, and which is it's a good frame of mind for making good business deals. But Joe, just the statement you said, well, the government will just handle it. I guess even though he's an old man, he should be smart enough to know that governments rise and fall. Economic systems implode. For him not to think that that's possible shows ignorance, Joe. Literally,
he just stamped. He gave his stamp of approval for the digital currency. That's how I take it. That's it. Period. End of discussion. Right? There's going to be a crisis. The government's going to come in. Oh yeah, digital currency, great. Yep. See, everything's going to be fine now. It's very, very dangerous. And Janet Yellen, I mean, it's so ridiculous. The U.S. economy is obviously performing exceptionally well. And I'm not anticipating a downturn whatsoever. She may be the only one. Everybody else you talk to, everybody says the same thing, don't they? But it's what I believe. I forget about any data, forget about facts. If I believe it, it must be true. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back after the break. (800-951-0592). Man, that's embarrassing. Twice in a row I didn't turn my mic on. Here's the great thing. So Jason and I see each other. So through the power of technology. And he sees my mouth moving. Right? And he's like, and he just points to his ear. I can't hear you, brother. Turn your mic on. So, man, it's not even Monday or Friday. I have no excuse. But yesterday we were selling those 5-ounce silver bars. We only had 100 of them, and we pretty much sold them all. But yesterday afternoon, the same supplier said, hey, I'll have 500 more of these in 7 days. So we're going to – now, silver's up again today. So right now we've got 500 more 5-ounce silver bars. You're going to – and listen, silver's been slow anyway. It's actually faster than Silver Eagles right now. 5-ounce silver bars, they're $160. To give you an idea, a case of Silver Eagles today, $20,000. That's $40 an ounce. That's $8 less than a Silver Eagle. If you bought it by the roll, rolls of Silver Eagles now $805, so $40.25 an ounce. Jason, if you're, affordability here in silver, you got to be a little creative here. So these are 5-ounce silver bars. Usually, and Jason will tell you, the 1 ounce, and then there's the 10 ounce, and then the 100 ounce. Those are kind of the prevalent ones. These 5-ounce ones, kind of cool, because, hey, that 10 ounce bar, if you need to barter, you better be buying something pretty big. A 5-ounce bar, maybe you're going to the farmer and you're saying, hey, give me half a dozen live chickens to lay eggs with, or give me half a dozen chickens for me to eat, or something like that. So it's still a pretty useful way, and the price is just outstanding. $160 for 5-ounce silver bars at 800-951-0592 on the gold side. Again, gold's higher here again today, $22,010 here today. And again, I think we're going to see all-time highs, because I think we're going to get a rate hike, and then we're going to get pause talk. And the minutes that come out this afternoon, I don't know anything, but there was somebody very close to the Fed said there was 2 dissenters at the last meeting that wanted no rate hike. So, Jason, again, that will be considered dollar weakness. So don't be surprised if we get another leg up here before this is over. But $10 gold is still the way to go. Here's the problem. I just had a major order come in. Jason, we're going to be at this point now where availability is going to become a bigger problem, and we're probably going to see that premium on the $10 start matching the premiums on the $20. But right now, $10 gold pieces, $1,235. Still, if you buy 2 of them, that's $65 less than the 20. But I'll do one better. If you buy 10 or more, $1,225 on a $10 gold piece today. 800-951-0592. Keep adding here. Gold and silver both very well positioned. And today we got good news on that headline inflation. Obviously that core number, that's a little bothersome. But Jason, all signs are pointing to, hey, we're about done with rate hikes. I know Goldman Sachs, for whatever they're worth, they just took the June rate hike off the table because of the CPI number today.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the next few weeks how they roll out, Joe. We're heading into the later spring months, and then we'll be hitting summer. The next 3 weeks will be interesting. 3 weeks seems like an eternity to make a decision on rate hikes. We'll see. I really think it can go. I don't think they'll lower. How's this? I don't even think with bad news. I don't think they'll lower. But freezing or going a quarter point up, I think both those are on the table. I think most likely it'll be a rate hike, but we'll see, Joe. I just the inflation numbers today are interesting, right? It's interesting to see that CPI dropped down really hard. Like I've been expecting it to go down for a while. Now it's dropping down into that safer zone. We'll see. I think I believe CPI goes down again next time. But what happens, right? What's going to happen, Joe? Yeah. What are they going to do with these rate hikes? How are they going to respond to the information? And we'll see.
We just got notification just like that. It goes this fast now. Silver Eagle premiums are going to be up again. So today's price, that $20,000 price, that will not be the price tomorrow unless silver falls, which I don't think it's going to do. We're going to see now silver now right at the COVID premium highs. And now I'm worried, are we going to go even above those premiums, Jason? It is absolutely crazy. We don't even know the whole set. They can't even update us fast enough as to what's going on with these prices.
Yeah, I felt fortunate to have a nice seller come in Friday and replenish some silver so I could start selling to the customers, and then watch it just walk right out the door yesterday. I have almost no silver. And it's that fast.
Jason's yelling at me, Joe, I got nothing. And I'm like, dude, I don't have anything, right? It's coming. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason wrapping it up on the next segment. (800-951-0592). Silver Eagle prices are now up, effective immediately. So prices have changed. I've already updated the website. A case of Silver Eagle is now $20,250. Silver Eagle rolls. They were at $805, are now $815. Just reading through the alert I just got sent. Normally they'll give me a warning and say, hey, come tomorrow, this is the price. Effective immediately. Right now, Silver Eagles, at least 2 weeks, possibly longer here, Jason. Hey, again, makes those 5-ounce silver bars an even better deal, right? I mean, think about it. I mean, you're approaching $11 less. It's just crazy than a Silver Eagle. 5-ounce silver bars at $160. The $10 Liberties, and again, this is getting tight here as well now. $1,235, 1 through 9, 10 or more, $1,225. The $20 gold piece is $2,515. So the 10s are just the better buy. So, hey, you know what? Great. When you get fractional material for less, Jason, that's always a good opportunity.
Yeah, get the gold that's the cheapest that you can. I mean, there's always collectible coins and things like that. That's fine. That's more of investment, really. But when you're trying to get gold as close to spot as possible, which is forever becoming more of a wider gap, spot versus the actual physical buy. But when you're trying to get gold for the cheapest value, you just the specials we put on the airport.
And let's be clear, you can buy cheaper gold. It's just not private, which is why we don't sell it.
Yep.
Yeah. Got no interest in it. And again, there's a reason for those things. 10th ounce American Gold Eagles now $290. And even those, it's just a long wait, 2 to 3 weeks delay there as well. But again, I think there's a lot of good momentum here. I'm looking for new all-time highs in gold. After the May meeting. It could be before the May meeting. It just depends. Right now, we're going to watch every data point from here until that first week in March. Any signs of weakness will be reflected in people's expectations that this is going to be the last rate hike of the cycle. And then we're going to be on the clock for the next thing, because what comes after that? Well, then we start talking about what? Does quantitative tightening end, right? The economy continues to slow. Are we going to get more and more calls for lower rate hikes? Are we going to see more and more banks start facing and feeling that the financial strain of all those securitized debt-laden products that they own at those low rates and being forced to sell them before maturity, and how much does that eat out? You know, they're talking about that the big banks, the big ones now, not the smaller ones, but the big ones, in just the last year have had massive outflows from their banks, and talking about hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars. And I'm guessing, dude, some of that's going into gold. A lot of that's probably going into money markets, right? People are trying to get the money out. They don't care what bank it is. 800-951-0592. Jason and I were coming right back with the half-empty cup.